and I call the member for New England.
Well, thank you very much, Madam Deputy President. I'd like to talk today with the issue of water infrastructure. It's so vitally important. I want to commend the LNP in Queensland for their policy stance in regards to the Bradfield scheme. This is an immensely important piece of infrastructure, not just for Queensland but for our nation. To bring water from Hell's Gate in the far north, where rivers such as the Ross River will spill up to 176 gigs a day. That means in 2 days they would fill Sydney Harbour. To bring it to the Fitzroy and then into the Thompson, Madam Deputy Speaker, then into the Warrego, which ultimately would bring it down through the Darling River system and into South Australia. An incredible piece of infrastructure, an incredible piece of architecture for Australia that would assist so greatly in dealing with the paucity of water that is so apparent in the southern part of our nation, as well as opening up vast areas, Madam Deputy Speaker, of irrigation land in the western parts of Queensland. This is real vision. It's a shame the Labor Party in Queensland doesn't have it. I'd also like to talk about water infrastructure in my electorate of the New England, Madam Deputy Speaker. Water infrastructure that has always been at the forefront of what I believe my purpose in politics for my people is. At the moment I got back, Madam Deputy Speaker, we went to the stalled Chaffey Dam expansion, which had got nowhere, didn't have the approval, didn't have enough money, and got that underway. That took it from 60,000 megs to 103,000 megs, and by so doing, it allowed the city of Tamworth to get through the last drought without running out of water. Incredibly important. The next step, Madam Deputy Speaker, was Coolpolly Dam at Werris Creek, which now, with the large expansion of the timber industry and the transport of timber industry, has become yet another growth hub in the New England. And that was with Coolpolly Dam expanding the capacity and also the transfer and augmentation of that water system. On top of that, we had water treatment for Tenterfield, a project not as large as the others, but incredibly important. And of course, Dungowan Dam, where the Commonwealth has contributed $250 million to that project. Now the next one, Madam Deputy Speaker. It is the pump hydro on the Ovens River, which is east of Armidale, in excess of a $1 billion project. The Commonwealth has already put up $1 million for the feasibility, and I welcome the state governments making sure that it's a streamlined process when the Commonwealth gets the money. There were some people who thought that the state government's approval of a streamlined process was approval of the money. I wish it was, but it wasn't. And now we have to go into fight, and I've been working very closely with Minister Taylor to make sure that we get our hands via ARENA or the Clean Energy Finance Corporation with the $1 billion, or the excess of the $1 billion that will be lent out to build this massive piece of infrastructure for the New England, yet more delivery for the New England.
I thank the member for New England.